I can never pronounce this guy's name. The person on the bottom was pretty quick, so I'm assuming he didn't side anything. Don't know about Sirius though, but knowing him, he probably sided like one or two cards, and Pot of Duality, Pot of Duality got him a Starlight or not Star Road, Mirror Force and Caboozles, and um, what's it called? The other card was returned back to deck, and Thunder King was summoned along with two sets. So what is nope, Sirius passes turn, and of course he's going to swing. Sheesh. Okay, you know what? I gotta like freaking uh I gotta like I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but he swings for 19, and do I sense a Gores from Sirius? If a Gores comes out, then she sees. Okay, so I'm gonna say pronounce X. Okay, so Dino Rabbit player doesn't have too much trouble right now. Looks like he has control. Let's see. So don't know what Sirius is playing, or sorry, don't know what Sirius is up to, but he probably has like five monsters in his hand, possibly no Stratos. Maybe he drew like two, three Bubble Man or something like that. But heroes are relatively consistent. They do have the, hero lives, the emergency call, and the road up. But now he plays a night beam, and he possibly will now go for a big play. And let's see what he's up to. So he plays the alias, and is he going to? Do we see a warning or a bottomless? So he's threatening to attack the Caboozles, and Caboozles goes to the graveyard. But what I am wondering is what does the Dino player have in his hand? Because usually the Dino player will set two, three cards with the Starlight Road, and usually, you'll see the Dino Rabbit player committing to the field, to the back rows a bit more. Maybe he is scared of the Heavy Storm from Sirius, and I do now see that he's committing more to the back row, and he did not attack with Ryle. But, oh, there we go. A Mirror Force comes out. And Sirius taking the initiative, of course, and going for a Miracle Fusion. And I believe there's a Bubble Man in the graveyard, so he's going to go for Absolute Zero. And we will see. So, what, like, is he going to play in defense mode or attack mode? Because, oh, okay, so a bottomless trap hole. So now Thunder King is going to be destroyed. But I think he probably would have been able to negate the sum. Okay, hold on a second. Let's ask for a ruling. Can Thunder King negate Miracle? But if Thunder King could negate Miracle, he probably misplayed. But doesn't matter too much. So okay, so he couldn't negate after all. Stupid me and my rulings, but I guess a bottomless was pretty crucial because you do want to keep the absolute zero off of the board just in case you top deck a rescue rabbit. Of course, you want to go for the Lagia ASAP, and Lagia does slow down heroes a little bit. Well, it slows down every deck. And he activated Duality, got Thunder King to his hand. Of course, he can't special summon this turn, so no one summons Thunder King, swings for 19, I believe. And yes, he swings for 1900. And Sirius has taken 3 hits, I believe, from the Thunder King Ryle. Or no, he's taken like around 3 hits and equivalent to 3 hits. And he's Monster Reborn his own card. And he is going to attack no, he attacks the Thunder King, and both Thunder Kings die. Who knows what Sirius has, and we have to see that. I mean, we have to just kind of assume, he has a really bad hand. I mean, maybe he wants to build up for an OTK. And okay, so he plays Hero Lives, and we can see a possible combo right here. So he pays half his life, which isn't too much, and he probably has Night Beam, something in his graveyard. Okay. So he gets Bubble Man, and I am going to assume he is going to. Oh, so a Veiler comes into play, and the Bubble Man returns to the deck. Wait, what? 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 Does he? Does what? Okay, so don't know why he dropped Veiler. No idea, but but okay, so I assume he used emergency call. You got Bubble Man with emergency call. So okay, so or Warrior turning alive. I'm sorry. So I guess it was a legit play, and obviously making a Utopia is a very good option right here. Can negate two attacks and could prevent a Dino player from really doing a lot because even though he got the Sangan search, he can't really go for a uh, what's it called? The Dino Rabbit play, but he's going to go for it anyway, and he is probably just going to get Dolka. Is he going to get Dolka? Maybe he's going to get Lagia. Or maybe he has a Forbidden Lance in his hand. He's going to attack. Okay, so he's going to XYZ first. And I believe he probably has a Lance in his hand. That's why he's pretty confident with this play. So he's probably going to... Nope, he has a Gemini Pearl. Okay. And a Solemn Judgment comes down and yeah, okay. Sirius is at 625, but he does have good field presence, and the Dino Rabbit player, it looks like he's down a card, but he still has a chance. He's at 7,800, but he does have to catch up. So of course, Utopia swings for 2,500 damage, and if he top decks a Heavy Storm, or did he already use a Heavy Storm? I think he already did, but it all depends on the play that he chooses to do next. We don't know what he's going to do, but he does have 5 cards in his hand, which is actually more than enough to deal. Well, actually, hold on. That could be a Snowman Eater or a Raikou, so we don't know. And is it? Nope, it is a Sabersaurus. And when a Dino Rabbit player is setting those normal monsters, he must be relatively desperate. And you can just imagine what his hand is right now. He probably has maybe 2 or 3 normal monsters. He possibly got a very bad draw from the Pot of Avarice, and he is just pushing. Okay, so Mr. Dino Rabbit, of course, admits that he did have a really bad hand, and he drew 2 Sabersaurus. And that one Utopia has just been on the field for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 turns, and Dino Repair everything I sent back. Okay, so you guys can look at the comments, but made by Sirius and the Dino Rabbit player, but Sirius does now seem to have complete control of the field with 4 back rows and a Utopia, but he has used a Solemn Judgment, but 2 Solemn Warnings are still left in his deck, so I'm just going to assume that, he has, let's see, 5 cards. Sirius has 1, 2, he has 7 cards, so he's up by 2, but okay, so we see a compulsory evacuation device played on the 2 summons of the dinosaurs, and is there going to be anything else from the Dino Rabbit player? No, he sets 1 more to the back row, and you can just imagine his hand probably full of those normal monsters. And I know it sucks, but sometimes it just happens. And he finally goes for the Utopia raid. Does he have game? Does Sirius have game? And let's read its effect. You can detach 1 XYZ, gains 500, opponent controls loses 1000, and what does he play? He plays Veiler on the Utopia Ray, and We're gonna have to see what's going on. You know what the Dino Rabbit player is up to. I mean those back rows. So the reason why he veilered that is because he wanted to crash the Kabuzuls with the Utopia Ray. Now the Utopia Ray I should say is out of the field, so he does have a somewhat a clear advantage, or not advantage, but a simplification of the game. He is only down to one card, and he is down three cards, I believe. But Sirius is just pressing for game, and it is his turn. It is sorry, the Dino Rabbits player's turn, and there are four back rows, and you can just imagine what is going on in the mind of the Dino Rabbit player, because now there's obviously almost no way of okay, so he plays. All right, so I think this is a GG, and we'll see if he scoops or not, because we never know. He might have a battle fader or something to stop its effect, or maybe another Veiler. And oh my gosh, here we go again. So I think it's a GG, and we are going to see. Okay, yes, it is a GG from uh, what's it called? The Down Rabbit player, because Sirius is going to go for a Shockmaster, and he's obviously going to call Monster because he is going to go for. Actually, no, because what's it called? It would have been actually better to call for spells, because he wasn't going to go for game. So technically, well, okay, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the Dino Rabbit play is just top decking right now. I guess he decided to call Monster because he wanted to stop the top decking. He wanted to stop his opponent from top decking Rabbit. But Shockmaster itself is a very powerful card, and Dino Rabbit, I'm afraid, and okay, so Snowman Eater, of course, does not have its effect activated. And let me read this. Okay, so Tour Guide of the Underworld comes into play, and he has four back rows, and yes, Sirius has four back rows. I'm just thinking, like in my head, probably he probably has like a Hero Lives, possibly a Warrior Turning Alive, and a bunch of other spell cards, because that's what elemental heroes have. And he is still in this game, and the Down Rabbit player does play the tour guide, and it was successful, so he is going to XYZ for a level 3 monster, and he is probably going to go for a Leviar. So do we see a Leviar? Okay, so he goes for an Acid Golem. Okay, well, I mean, uh, I guess I can see why. So Acid Golem, of course, goes to face down defense position, and yeah, 3,000 defense, not bad. Shockmaster can't get over it, and we are going to have to see what Sirius can do next, because he does not have actually the cards to get over this card. And the reason why Mr. Dino Rabbit went for the Acid Golem is probably just going to go for game. And what are those back rows? And is there a deep prison? Oh, a compulsory evacuation device, and the Acid Golem is returned to the hand. And during the by the way, he could have inflicted 2,000, but because the effect only activates during the standby phase, Sirius chained compulsory. So of course of course, he wasn't able to do that. So, oh, okay, so he attacked into a Spirit Reaper, and I think that was a top deck by the Mr. Dino Rabbit player. But, see, now all the Dino Rabbit player has to do is to just... I'm sorry, keep up with the defense, possibly draw into more cards, and try to simplify the game by getting rid of those back rows. But what I really think he really should do is to just, even if you have spells in your hand, just set them as a down rabbit player, because it's a great bluff, and it makes your opponent, makes your opponent think twice before attacking. But Okay, so he has what, a lance, and he has a lance. So it's activated during the damage step, so no cards like Book of Moon or Compulsory or whatever could be activated. So he is now at 225 life points. So this is turning out to be a very epic duel because I thought that oh my gosh, I don't want to pronounce his name, but I thought that Mr. Down Rabbit was going to lose a long time ago. But he is still alive, and that Spirit Reaper is just pretty much, you know, getting him through this entire duel. And yeah, I mean, he can literally just go attack for game end. Does he have it compulsed? Does Sirius have it? Nope. Sirius has lost the duel, and he should have won. And a no from Sirius. So let's see the set cards from Sirius. So those were 2 Solemn Warnings, a Assault Armor, and of course the 2 search cards for heroes. So very good job to I'm not gonna say his name. And hopefully you guys enjoy this duel. Hopefully I could do more commentaries of these duels. And yeah, these guys are just chatting it up, and Sirius has offered a rematch